Comedy Kitchen with Chef Sel was recorded in front of a fake audience.
Hey guys, Chef Sel right here. Thank you. I get you every week. Hey, we got to get right into this. I made the most delicious eggplant meatball tower that you will ever see on the internet or really anywhere. Maybe except grandma's. Easy ingredients. You've probably done this before, but not this way. The way we do the meatballs is insane. It's an eggplant tower. All right, let's get right to the cooking and have much more fun as we go along. Medium saucepan, medium high heat. You want to punish these onions. Onions down. Stir them around, let them get soft. Translucent is the word, like those bathroom windows when you were growing up. Time for the Italian seasoning. In. Stir it around. The whole process is going to take you to this point probably around 3 or 4 minutes. While that's going, you're going to slice these up and you're going to bread them. I'll show you. It's been 3 or 4 minutes. That's what I told you. I put the garlic in. Remember? 2 cloves. Grated, minced. Use your own words. I don't care. Don't let it go more than a minute or so. When you start smelling garlic in the house, time to tamper it down with some of this wine. You don't have to use wine, but it will soften the sauce a little. It won't be so acidic, right? Salt. Give me about a teaspoon. Fresh ground black pepper. If you don't have a pepper mill, go get them. They're in Target for like $5.99. Get a coupon. Just get a freaking coupon. 28-ounce can of puree, tomato puree. Load of the pan. Save on dry cleaning. There's a lot in there. There's about like a lot in there. Technical term. Half a cup of water in that can. Swirl it around. Just keep it at medium high until it bubbles. As soon as it bubbles, turn it down to simmer low. Put it on a back burner. Another teaspoon salt. A little more pepper. Taste it for seasoning. Use a spoon. You need your pinkies. All right, I'm at the tail end of slicing up this first medium eggplant. About that thick. See? Right there. And I might use these smaller pieces. I might not. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. All right? See? That's how thick. Let's put them over here. We're going to egg them up, bread them up, fry them up. And try to keep the same diameters together. You'll see why later. Here's the second one for everybody that was sleeping during the first slicing. Serrated's better. Serrated knife, perfect. Careful of the digits. Do not trust yourself when you handle any knife. Don't trust yourself. That's all I can say. Certainly don't trust the knife. Don't trust anybody. All right. So let's see. These look like the same size, sort of, right? Get them over here. Other ones here, here, and here. Gee, that was hard, right? That's what you're going to get when you use 2. I got 3, but I don't think I'm going to use 3. Let me get everything friable ready here, and then we'll go to the next step. Gluten Free Eggplant Towers. That's what I'm calling them. You'll see why. 1, 2, 3 large eggs. Nice, right? Break the yolks. I got a little half and half here. Make it spread out a little bit. You know, you can use it longer. Can I say it that way? I don't know. Less than 1/4 cup, just a little less. Good. Consider them beaten. All right, put this aside. I'm going to try it this way. These large freezer bags I got. Yeah, we use them all the time. Open her up. It's just a lot less messy if you do it this way. I'm going to throw some discs in here. I got discs. Well, you don't have discs? Come on, get discs. See? Maybe a little bit more. See how it goes. What could possibly go wrong? In Chef Sel's kitchen, pretty much everything. Gluten-free flour, Sprinkle it in. It's like the shake and bake commercial, except you don't have that mother from the Brady Bunch. All right, make sure it's airtight, you know, well, it's gotta be flour tight, right? I'm gonna rest them on this thing. See what I have? Yeah, you've seen these before. A cookie cooler and a rimmed cookie sheet, or a roasting pan, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I can show you. I'll show you up. All right, here we go. Open her up. Shake it off, baby. Lay it down. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, give it a good shake because it'll stick. They're kind of wet, these things, these eggplants. And then you have to worry about your wet fingers going in there. It's just kind of cool. I would do this. It's chicken too. Do whatever you want. Just leave me out of it. No, just kidding. Okay, good. Putting the rest in. Now people are saying, oh, gluten-free, big deal. It's like having a gluten-free apple. All you're doing is using gluten-free breadcrumbs. Do me a favor. Shut up. Hey, people need this, you know? Don't make fun of the people that are gluten-free and they don't really know a lot about cooking. That's what I'm here for. All right. Next step, I'm going to give them a little egg wash and then put them in the breadcrumbs, but I got to get that all fixed up, so hang out. Egg wash, the dusted, sliced eggplants, so the egg wash sticks, and boom, I got some gluten-free breadcrumbs. Put them in here. It's not going to work in the bag because it gets all messy with the egg wash, so just do it this way. And you do one at a time, you know. Now I have my slices all set up on this rack. So you're going to take one, dip, roll, shake, put it back exactly where it was so you don't have to dirty another rack. I'm telling you, I should have a Martha Stewart channel. The thing I told you you don't have to do, now you do. Wet hand, dry hand. See? Shake it off and shake it off good. Breadcrumbs. And because it's thick, you want to get the edges. Push down, let them lock in. It'll lock in the breadcrumbs. How crazy is that? But you do, you gotta do it. And carefully, so you don't drop much on the stove here. Put it back, all right? Let me do the rest. See, I got them all breaded up. Breaded and egged up, whatever you want to call it. Put it aside. Got a 12-inch pan here. And I'm not going to put the heat up that high, but although I don't want them to get soaked either, you know, in the oil. But if you put it up too high, it's not going to cook through, and you want it to cook through. Yes, you're going to bake it, but that's basically to melt everything. I'll show you all the cheeses soon. I don't want you to get all crazy, you know, because then you're right in and you say, oh, you know, Chef Sal, what the oops. You know what I mean. So enough to coat the pan without moving the pan around to coat it, you know what I mean? And you got to keep this going. Keep the oil has to be the right depth all the time. It's maybe about 1/8 of an inch. More than if you were just frying up, you know, an egg or something. It's got some volume, see? And let that go till it ripples on a medium heat. It's at about this time I put my oven on 350 bake. And once everything's put together with the sauce and the cheese and deliciousness, it's going to go in there. Probably around 20-25 minutes, but I'll show you. Let's start laying them in. It's bubbling around the edge. That looks good. And you want to start at 12 noon, which is your, I guess, 3 o'clock or 3:21. Oh, wait, is that standard time or Eastern? Put them over here. Don't crowd them. How many is that? 5, yeah, that'll be good. Just let it go. I might cover it just a little so I can get that oven effect, let them cook through a little faster. Whenever I'm cooking with oil of this magnitude, I always leave a little opening here. Let some of that heat get out. We have enough drama on this show, trust me. The vent's open here, cracked over here. We'll be okay. And this is going to take you about good 4 or 5 minutes, so keep your eye on it. When it comes out, you salt it. Remember, on both sides. Best way to check, especially when they're thick like this, you can get a fork in there, see? So you don't make a mess with a spatula. And there's the golden brown you're looking for. See it? And go back clockwise. Now oven it again. These are cooking a little fast. I'm going to move it down a bit. A little more close to low than medium at this point. You're going to have to judge yourself, but you'll know what I mean when you do it. You're almost a pro already. All right, let's check our 12 o'clocker. Oh yeah, all done. And put them back on that rack I told you about for the salting. That's good. They're going to be nice and crispy and cooked inside, which is perfect. All right, quickly now, while it's wet, get that salt in there, on there. Just a little bit on each little disky, a diskette. You're going to have the sauce on here too, and cheese. It all has salt when you bake it, but still, come on. This crust is really sticking because of that flour. And the egg, of course. These are a little smaller. They're a little littler. While this is going, and while these other ones are kind of drying off there, get yourself a pound of ground turkey or ground beef, whatever you want. And we're going to stick with a little more of these breadcrumbs. We're going to make meatballs, but we're going to do something very special with them. You'll see. You got to think tower. We're doing a baked Italian eggplant Parmesan tower. You're going to make meatballs, but I'll show you what we're going to do with them. Freak you out. It'll freak you out. Get some fresh mozz. Get about a pound. You're going to slice this up into discs. Help build that tower. We already made that tomato sauce, which I showed you, the marinara. Have that on hand. See, got a bowl. I put a pound of this ground turkey in there. As I said, you can use ground beef or whatever you want. I have one large egg, and I minced up a large garlic clove, a little bit of parsley, some salt and some pepper, and massacre the egg first. And I'll show you the trick of what we're going to do with these. You've never seen this before, guarantee it. Stick around. My discs are frying. My meats are balling. Huh? You know what I mean. All right, let me form this. And what you're going to do is make probably around 5 or 6 out of this pound of turkey. Slim, very thin, smashed burgers. See? You're sensing a theme here? And lay them in here. They're going to cook fast. See, I like turkey because it doesn't lose its volume, you know. It's pretty solid. You're not going to get a lot of oil dripping off, making it smaller. It's kind of sticky, kind of wet. That's how turkey is. Just deal with it. If you know what you're doing, you can kind of mess around with the shape in the pan if you want. See, I started at 12 and I'm going counterclockwise because during the break I moved to Brazil. Bet you never heard that one. And wet hands is good too. It'll fall right off. Check my 12 o'clocker. Oh yeah, see? Beautiful. Around the clock Caristales. And give me some oven. And let them go. A couple of minutes, that's all. A couple of minutes aside. We have our trusty drying rack here. See? Got an opening. We got an opening, Captain. Take it. Turn off this heat. Get them off there. Medium to small bowl. I got some Murray's regatta. I got a pound of that. I might not use the whole thing. What I'm going to do, this is going to go into our towers, but I'm going to put and demolish a large egg in here. Maybe it'll help the spreading as it cooks. Help it keep its shape, you know. They do this sometimes to calzones, lasagna. Take some of this parsley. Teaspoon or such. Look at this. I thought of this years ago as an invention. Have the stuff already chopped. Reuse the container or whatever, but then I felt like not doing it. Like I said, this egg is going to hopefully help our little towers keep their shape. Going to put that aside. I got my marinara heating up. That's bubbling. Look at that. Oh man. I let it sit out. Let it kind of soak up its own flavors. Onions, garlic, salt, pepper, a little wine. Whew, man, it's going to be great. All right. I think it's time to start building. First thing you're going to want to do, get yourself a 9x13 Stales. Pam it. Get yourself a ladle. I always like to put the sauce down first as a warning to the rest of the dish that there's going to be delicious food. Spread it around. It's an old lasagna trick. Onto these discs here. That's why you want it on the bottom as well. Let's see how many we're going to get. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm going to use a bigger one. Like any building, you want a good foundation. Beautiful. Just a little bit of sauce. Soak it in there individually. These are your children. You love them individually. Spread it out like a pizza. These are going to be 2 layers of these eggplant slices. Oh man, I could eat it like this. Actually, you should. Give me a plop of this ragout. Won't smash it, you know, if you spread it out. So I would do that. Teeny bit more sauce. Because I said so. I heard somebody say why. Slice of mutz. As though there was not enough cheese. Just as though. Parmesan. Your type of Parmesan is up to you. What did I pick today? I just used straight Parm, baby. Yeah. Those plants on there. So we're one short. We'll live. Get that meat up. More Parm. So we're going to bake these like this, because I don't want to put sauce on top and then everything's going to slide off the top. You see, you got to be very careful with everything you do. Now I'm going to cover this with Pammed aluminum foil so it doesn't stick on the inside. And I'm going to bake it around 25 minutes. Toothpicks. Put it right down the center, just in case. Remember, you have them in there. You have the whole family over and you're all going to the dentist at the same time. That's not good. And it's good to have these little colored things on the top so you remember that it's in there. And it'll also kind of protect you from the aluminum foil sticking. I'm telling you, this is all just coming together the way it should. All right, let me Pam it and we'll get it in there. And that's it, I'm putting it in. Second level down from the top. I'll be back. Tasting time. Look at that tower of deliciousness. A couple of fried eggplant pieces there with some delicious breadcrumbs. Look what we did on top with that slab of meatballness. 3 types of cheese. I mean, watch the video again. You have to. This is great. It's an eggplant tower. Anyway, let's get a taste. Oh, everything just melded together when we baked it. Come over to Chef Sel's Comedy Kitchen. Don't forget, subscribe and hit the bell. We're coming out every week. Share, tell your friends, recommend me to something. I gotta eat. Anyway, I'm Chef Sel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.